these things. I'm gonna turn it.
Hello, hello. My name is Jared White, and I will be doing a presentation on Walter Reuther. A little background about Walter Reuther. He was widely known for his contributions in the labor movement between the 1930s and 1960s, where he focused on reform-minded unionism and social justice idealism. Reuther grew up in Wheeling, West Virginia, in a household that was focused on progressive ideals centered around socialism and unionism. His upbringing consisted of lessons from his father about socialist and union politics, along with his impactful visit with Socialist Party presidential candidate at the time, Eugene V. Debs. These two people influenced him to make a change happen in the world. Reuther dropped out of high school at the age of 16 and became a apprentice tool and die worker in his city of Wheeling. But that ended abruptly when he was terminated for trying to form a workers' union. And looking for a new job, Reuther was interested in Ford Motor Company's promise of higher wages and a shorter work week. So he moved to Detroit in 1927 to begin his new career. This job opportunity also prompted Reuther to go back to school, where he finished his high school diploma and began night school at Detroit City College at the age of 22. During his college years, Reuther teamed up with his brothers to begin the Social Problems Club, affiliated with the Socialist League of Industrial Democracy, where they addressed social problems around campus, such as segregational policies at the local swimming pool. After college, Reuther began a more political and union-based career path as he campaigned for Socialist Party presidential candidate in 1932. He also became an organizer for the United Automobile Workers, UAW for short, under the Committee of Industrial Organization, aka CIO. As an organizer for the UAW, he became a member of a local group represented by GM Turnstad's parts plant and became their elected candidate for the 1936 UAW convention. As a representative, he was able to make compelling arguments that landed him a position on the National Executive Board, a paid position. In Detroit, Reuther became a successful voice of the UAW as he increased his local union to represent 30,000 workers and 76 shops. He also organized peaceful protests against Ford that increased wages by 18%, which ultimately helped Reuther move up the ranks in the UAW until he was elected president in 1946. When he began working towards his greatest accomplishment of all, he got General Motors to agree to a historic contract that tied a change in wages to changes in productivity and cost of living increases. This brought him recognition and promotion as he became the president of the CIO in 1952, while also continuing his presidency for UAW. As the president of the CIO, he began working on merging the two biggest union organizations, the AFL and the CIO. AFL stands for the American Federation of Labor, and did so successfully in 3 years. With his new role, Reuther became an influential leader in other political areas as he stood by MLK Jr. during his famous I Have a Dream speech and met with President Lyndon Johnson, to discuss legislative and political initiatives. At the end of his career, there's some discrepancies that happened with AFL and CIO, so he decided to move on and formed his own group to push reform that was focused on moving problems with unions. But that was cut short because of his early death.